Neither are numbers, Mr. Speaker. Everything the Prime Minister has said about the Stellantis subsidy is proven false. One, it's billions of dollars over budget before shovels in the ground, years behind payback even before the project begins, and he claimed that it was going to create jobs for Canadians. We now learn that at least 1,500 or a majority of the jobs are going to go to temporary foreign workers. Will the Prime Minister release the contract now so that we can find out how much Canadian taxpayers are going to have to spend to give paychecks to South Korean workers?
The Honourable Minister for Housing and Infrastructure.
Mr. Speaker, during the COVID-19 pandemic, he opposed spending that was supporting families. Now, during a national housing crisis, he opposes government investments that are actually going to get more homes built. And when we have the opportunity to make generational investments that's going to gain a toehold in a new industry, he opposes it without vision for what the future economy could be when we create many thousands of jobs. Mr. Speaker, we're going to continue to invest in the Canadian economy and put workers make sure they bring home paychecks that are going to put food on the table for their families.
Hear, hear. St. Margaret's.
The NDP-Liberal government is subsidizing $15 billion to the giant auto company Stellantis for the Windsor plant to employ up to 1,600 foreign workers. Every mom on a minimum wage, every couple struggling with their monthly mortgage payment, every union assembly line worker across this country will pay $1,000 to employ these foreign workers. After 8 years, this Prime Minister is not worth the cost. Will the Prime Minister reverse his decision and commit that all jobs at the Stellantis plant will go to Canadian paychecks and not foreign workers?
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Mr. Speaker, as a Windsorite, I am proud that it was this Liberal government that delivered the battery plant for Windsor, including 2,500 jobs. Mr. Speaker, we will continue to work with unions. We'll continue to work with Stellantis to make sure that local Canadian workers are prioritized. It's 2,500 good jobs will be created at this plant. Those are the facts, Mr. Speaker. We believe in Canadian workers. We believe in electric vehicles. We believe in climate change. Why is the Conservative leader so against the battery plant, so against Canadian workers, and is completely empty on climate change?
Member from Windsor West.
Mr. Speaker, it was revealed that 1,500 temporary foreign workers could be coming to Windsor to work on the building of the new Stellantis LGEV battery plant that is receiving $15 billion in taxpayer money from the federal and provincial governments. Now, both the federal Liberal and Ford's Conservatives committed to jobs and training guarantees for local workers, and they had 18 months to get this right. Communities in Windsor and Ontario expect what was promised. Will the Liberals guarantee that these jobs are unionized and go to the people in Windsor, Tecumseh, Essex County, and not a single cent goes to foreign workers?
Hear, hear.
The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Mr. Speaker, for the record, one application for one temporary foreign worker has been approved for this project. My colleague knows that the TFW program are allowed only when Canadians or permanent residents are unable or unavailable to do a job. Our government is focused on creating partnerships and driving investments to create good, sustainable jobs for Canadians. Thanks to our government's support for this project, 2,500 full-time positions will be created at the Windsor battery plant, and an additional 2,500 local tradespeople will be engaged. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.